Look at that. How cool is that? I got the Flight for Life copter at the fire department. How cool is that? Alright. Try to go by. Nifty. Don't see that every day. That's cool. You're probably wondering, but Apples, how are you on a motorcycle? I thought you sold both of them. That is correct. And no, I have not bought a new motorcycle yet. I am trying very hard to get that happening. I'm hoping to get a brand spanking new motorcycle. I don't know when. It's all up to the wife, of course, but hopefully soon I will be able to get one. But this is, you guys have seen this bike before. It is my little Ninja 250R, 2007, I believe, if I remember right. 2007, 2008. It's one of those two. And I sold it to my father-in-law. And he has been so gracious and kind to let me take it out during the weekend so I can start making more videos again. Or start making videos in general, getting back into my groove of making stuff and, getting back to what I love doing. I love making videos. I haven't made anything from it. I spent tons of money into gear. But I absolutely love riding. I absolutely love making videos while riding. And obviously I'm going to be posting a lot of other types of videos and stuff too now. So, long story short, he bought the bike. I haven't gotten around to asking him if I could even ride it. And just the other week I decided to finally ask him, like, hey, since it's just sitting there, do you mind if I take it out like once a week or so and do some videos? And he was like, yeah, sure. So here I am, back on my old, well, not mine, on the little 250R. I did have a opportunity to buy my old Vulcan back, but at the time, the guy that bought it didn't have it for very long. He bought it with the knowledge that it was making the bad ticking while it was running and while it was cold. And, it might have been an easy fix, but when he took it down to the mechanic, they said, it might be one of those, we have to tear into it to find out. And obviously, with a 95 motorcycle, it wasn't really worth paying the mechanic to get it all fixed. So, shortly after, he bought a Vulcan 900, and he seems to be loving that bike. And I believe the old Vulcan went to auction. I believe. I'm not 100%, but I think it did. At least that's what I remember. It's been a long time since that's happened. It's been quite a few months. But anyways, that is a story of how I am on the little 250. I mean, the Vulcan part I didn't really need to tell, but anywho's. But how have you been? I've been doing good. I mean, obviously, besides the lack of riding and the sadness with that. Very sad. But now I'm back on it, and now I kind of got into a slump of a little bit of depression because I was using motorcycles to help fight that. And of course, after you get into riding and you get into that nice area of where you're not in that slump anymore, you forget that you had it to begin with, and you kind of you're like, okay, well, I could, obviously I don't regret selling them at all, because it helped my family get to where we are right now. But I fell back into the slump of, the Debbie Downs, And, you know, I forgot that I was using riding as sort of my therapy. So, you know, I kind of got into a slump. And of course, after a while, I started to realize, oh yeah, I used riding to help me out. So in turn, that's where we are now. But I've been doing good. I know I haven't been posting hardly anything. I posted, I think, 1 or 2 videos, and that's been about it. You know, with me being in that slump, it hasn't made me very, how you say, it hasn't I can't even say it. I haven't felt motivated enough to make a video, or if I made a video, I never posted it. And I just kind of, I would make a few, and then that would be about it. I wouldn't get around to editing, I wouldn't get around to posting. I would just kind of make it, I would get about halfway through it, and then that would be the extent of that video I made. I mean, if you guys follow me on social media, you know I've taken a few trips and stuff in the wife's minivan and whatnot, and you know, I attempted to make a road trip vlog with that. Okay. And I got kind of like part way through it, and that was about it. I never got around to the finishing part. I never got around to actually like vlogging. I would kind of do a few video clips in between and be like, hey, we made it here, and then do some while driving video of like the scenery or something, and that I just never got around to putting it together. It's still sitting in my library, and you know, it's kind of hard to still use that footage if you don't have a story to go along with it. It's just footage. If you don't know what's going on, you don't know, well, why are you talking about this, right? You know, so, I mean, I'm keeping it because it's a family trip that we took, and, you know, I got some good footage of the kids and everything, but it's just not good enough to put a story together, you know?